Hello everyone, I'm Noah Brown, and welcome to TommieMedia's The Locker Room. The baseball team enters this weekend's matchup against Wartburg and Concordia, Illinois in Waverly, Iowa with an 0-3 record on the season. Shortstop Jake Smith has gone 3 for 9 at the plate in 3 games this year with 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 RBIs. Pitcher Ryan Zimmerman has appeared in 1 game, throwing 11 strikeouts over 7 innings in a 2-0 loss to Wisconsin lacrosse in the season opener. I'm joined this week by Coach Chris Olean, Jake Smith, and Ryan Zimmerman. Guys, thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
So, Coach, conference play doesn't start until the end of March, and while these games don't carry, while they aren't meaningless per se, they don't carry as much weight as conference games. How do you get your players motivated for these types of games, sort of exhibition?
Well, for us, none of them are really exhibition. Last year in particular, these games obviously matter for our strength of schedule, and even though last year we didn't win the conference tournament, we were able to get in that large bid because of these games. So we do value. I mean, every single game of the 40 that we have on the schedule is a huge deal for us. So for us to, again, be competitive in these games is important. Obviously, to get a few more wins out of them is going to be better. Hopefully that's coming in the near future. But I don't think it takes much. I mean, we're playing really good teams that we're going to see at a regional level, and they're showing up to play, so we have to too.
Right. And so, Jake, last season you played primarily in the outfield, and now you're playing shortstop. How does that position switch change your approach to the game?
Well, it changed my approach this offseason. Had to relearn the game from a new lens, per se, and made me feel like a kid again. And that's what I have to do, is just remember to go out, be an athlete, and play, and just focus on the game rather than focusing on the logistics or trying to do too much, especially at a new position.
What's been the toughest part about the transition?
Where to be on plays that I don't think I'm involved in. I think following the ball, making the play is pretty easy, but there are some more things that I've had to pay extra attention to and ask for more help on where I should be at certain times.
Right, I imagine shortstop you're seeing a few more plays to you per inning than sitting back in the outfield.
Definitely.
Right. And so, Ryan, is there a certain pitch or series of pitches you've been working on for this year?
I think one pitch that we've been working on a lot is the changeup. In the past few years, we've relied heavily on fastballs and breaking balls, so just getting that extra pitch as a changeup will get us to the next step.
Yeah. So 11 strikeouts in your first appearance, complete game. Obviously, an effective start for you, even with the loss. Did you use the changeup in that game much?
A little bit. Struggled a little bit with it. It wasn't really there. But we had success with the off speed, so we kind of rolled with that and used changeup here and there, but not too much.
How do you get better at a certain pitch? Like, what's your process?
Just repetition. We do a lot of short work and practice with that. So it's just kind of in practice, focusing on release point and where your hand's at when you're releasing the ball is kind of important, and then it just kind of rolls over when you get on the mound.
And so, Coach, the team has a collective batting average of .234 and an on-base percentage of .294. You're only 3 games into the season plus that suspended game through the 5th. But through those games, are you worried at all about this team's ability to score runs? Or are you kind of comfortable with where you are now?
Well, I'm not comfortable. I mean, that's easy to say. But in terms of this team's ability, I mean, we're good. Like, I'm not worried about this team being a successful team this year. I've seen it over and over. I mean, most of the team's back from last year, so it's just, the bats are a little bit slow coming out of the gate. Approach-wise, we had some things we're trying to adjust this week. The strikeouts are unacceptable. I mean, you can get a hit, and that doesn't necessarily mean you hit the ball well. So it's not necessarily a results-based thing there. It's just more so what kind of at-bats are we having. And when you see the strikeouts happening over and over and over, I mean, it makes it real easy on the defense when you're hitting, fly balls and strikeouts. I mean, there's nothing there to defend. So we're making an emphasis on that, trying to put the ball in play a little bit more, have a little better approach with 2 strikes. Trying to get a little less pull happy. We've been pretty exposed on breaking pitches and off-speed pitches as a group collectively, so we've made some adjustments there. And then realistically, we just got to, again, do what we can do and just relax and play. I think, coming in with the ranking that we've had, obviously teams are not taking it easy on us. They're going to come at us with the best arms, and we have seen some really good pitching so far. And at the end of the day, again, we play these type of games, and we can lose some of these games because it's going to prepare us for the end of the season. I'd much rather play a tight game now and lose than to, just blow out some teams that are not going to make us better. So it's hard mentally to, continue to take some tough losses, but these guys are good. We'll get out of it.
Yeah, and so Jake, more on that, the hitting. You're one of 3 players over 300 on the season. It's kind of hard to have an influence directly on other players on the team, but how are you trying to help kind of get this collective batting average up, helping your other teammates throughout kind of this offensive slump?
Yeah, no, just to go off what Coach said is that we're not too results-based. Results will happen if we go about it the right way. So my job specifically is making sure I can do that and lead as an example in that. And where needed, do so off the field. Get guys prepared to practice, get guys in the right mindset that they should be going up at the plate with a confident approach that they're committed to and to go up and compete. So as far as results, they'll happen, and we see that we're at our best when we're not worried about them and we're focused pitch to pitch and just having the most competitive at bat that we can.
Right. Well, that's all the time we have for today on this episode of The Locker Room. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Be sure to check TommieMedia.com for all of your campus news. With Coach Olean, Jake Smith, and Ryan Zimmerman, I'm Noah Brown. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time in The Locker Room.